go.
You have now access to complicated production.
Juice in a blunt for breakfast while I read the paper. Finna hit the block.
Newspaper fellas, man. We in the motherfucking building, man. 100%. Top of the top one more time, man.
Orange juice in a blunt for breakfast while I read the paper. Finna hit the block. About to see
Top
some
of the top, Bogart, Scott Free, top of the morning, ear to the motherfucking streets. Happy New Year's, man. How y'all morning?
Happy New Year's to you fellas, too. Good.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I feeling good, you know what I mean? Glad to be alive, you know what I'm saying? What's one more time for the 2-5, you feel me? Let's go.
Come on now. And knock this motherfucking year out the way real fast, real quick, like 100%, man, on my mama. Shout out to everybody that's been rocking with us since the Super Bowl. 100%. You know what I mean? Right when that Super Bowl ended, we done kicked off the whole 2025 fantasy football season, man. I want to salute all my GW brothers that's on the camera and off the camera for the motherfucking work that we put in to give the people, you know, the fantasy football community some good damn content, 100%. And there's more to come in 2026. So cheers to my GWN brothers, man, on another motherfucking season. This is our first full season, and we got more to come, 100%. So let's fucking get it, man.
Let's fucking go, man.
100%.
You know what I mean? I didn't know we was doing speeches, bro. I would have prepared one.
Come on, man. That's just off the dome. You know what I mean? My motherfucker got to say how he feels sometimes. You know what I mean? And it was a hell of a
I got one. Hold on. I just want to thank.
Shit, bro.
I want to go ahead and thank the universe for always, what I seem like puts me in the place that I need to be and around the people that I need to be, and at the same time too, also, you know, blesses us with the filtration process to remove the ones that don't have our best interests from around us, and at the same time, and also, you know, I just want to thank the universe and God, period, for, you know what I mean, another year. You know what I mean? 2026. You know what I mean? It only gets better, bro. That's how I always feel about every year, and I ain't never lied, bro.
Miss facts, 100%, y'all. On my mama. We got the motherfucking Ginger Ninja, no hard R. He said, top of the morning, fellas.
The 32-man champ.
The 32-man champ. Let's go.
Let's go.
100%.
Let's go. He conquered the mountain. The world. He won the world war.
Oh, my
producer Pete's in the house.
Come on now. We got producer P, a.k.a. Show the drummer some motherfucking love, a.k.a. Kaka, a.k.a. It There Is, man. What's up, big bro?
What's up, Peacock?
Big bro said smash the like and subscribe button, man, 100%. Wherever you finding us, if you're going to find us right now, if you're going to find us later, or if you're going to find some shit that we done kicked off last week or yesterday or something, you know, come across, man, hit that thumbs up, man, and press that subscribe, man, and stay rocking with the GWN, man, 100%, man. Oh, my mama. We will be back later for the Hurricanes versus the Ohio Mistake Buckeyes, 100%. So y'all be tuned to pull up for that, 100%, man. Oh, my mama. Before we get into it, y'all already know, man, we got to play a message from our sponsor. And if you want to support the channel, go slide over to neonpeacockmerch.com. Get your email address locked in so you'll be able to lock in when the sales and all that shit drop 100%. But just go slide through the motherfucking website. Bet you find something that you like. And if you want to get froggy with it, hit Big Bro on the DM, and he got customization type shits for you motherfuckers. 100%, man.
Hell yeah.
We'll be back in 2.2. Oh, my mama.
cheap on the beat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. NeonPeacockMerch.com. Lee, you got a shirt right by you?
Oh, yeah, I'm always wearing one.
Show me one of your shirts, big bro.
I got the classic
right here, my
allegedly.
bad.
Right
there. I got my cool gray GWN on the go with my cool gray 11s. You know what I mean? 100%.
Yeah, man, come on.
My mama.
Feel me? I almost wore the cool gray hoodie today, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hit that fresh for the night game.
Hey, I need one of them on my mama. I'm gonna have to grab me the cool gray shit because I don't even wear my 11s, and that's perfect shit to go with it, bro. Oh, everything.
That's the fact.
100%. Our first story that we're gonna talk about, this lightweight got us booming the last time we talked about it. It's some flock cameras, and we going back to the state of Colorado where we did cover some flock camera shit. But you know, the motherfucking the hacker motherfuckers, the anonymous motherfuckers, they know how to tap into some shit. So we talked about the flock cameras and how motherfuckers was trying to get to make that public knowledge because they out here doing fuck shit. So look, this is how easy it is to tap into these punk ass cameras, y'all. 100%. Let's get into this shit. The third eye is always fucking watching. Remember that, y'all.
The all-seeing eye.
100%, big bro. Here we go.
You have heard us talk a lot about Flock
You
here
heard
on
us
9
talk a
News.
lot about
They're known
Flock
for their
cameras.
cameras used by law enforcement to track drivers and locations. But the company also makes a line of cameras for the private sector, watching places and the people inside them. This week, links to streams of those cameras were plastered on the internet for anyone to see. Our Spencer Schweitzer found that includes some right here in Colorado.
Like, I just couldn't believe what I was seeing.
If there was a camera pointed at your children on the playground, live streaming it on the internet with the capability to rewind and look at what it captured, would you be happy?
When I found that playground camera, it's like my stomach sank.
That playground is in California, and the video was obtained and published by YouTuber and researcher Ben Jordan. He just partnered with a reporter at 404 Media to break the story. Links to streams of 67 flock cameras nationwide, 5 labeled as in Colorado, and their last month's worth of footage posted on a website on the internet that requires no login. And these aren't just license plate reading cameras.
They're Condor cams. They're kind of the newer cameras that Flock is making. Part of their design is to track people, to zoom in on them and follow them.
One other camera on that list appears to be this one at a trailhead here in Douglas County, the Sandstone Ranch. Get that camera off of me. Here's video from this camera accessible on the internet without a login just this past week. Sandstone Ranch open space is managed by Douglas County, who has a contract with Flock.
Every city and law enforcement agency needs to independently assess the security and the efficacy versus risk of these devices.
Flock says it has since cut off the access to the stream links posted online, and in a tweet about it this morning wrote that, quote, transparency and trust matter. They then went on to say it was a limited configuration issue affecting a small number of devices and that the company told affected customers.
If you're depending on a
limited configuration problem
to do that for you, they're going to tell you what you want to hear. That's common sense. They're not going to tell you about all of the risks and problems.
So a key question here, what did Douglas County know and when? Flock says that they alerted people about this that were affected by it. I reached out, Jenny, to Douglas County earlier this afternoon, just heard back a couple of seconds ago. They confirmed, yes, we were affected by this stream being posted on this page, and they're still working to figure out when and how it was accessed.
There are cameras everywhere on all things. When I think of Flock for like license plate readers, those are very different than, say, my Ring camera on a house.
Right.
Where does this private sector part of Flock play in the middle of those two things?
So they play in a couple different fields. They've got HOAs that they work with. They've got businesses. Shit. Lowe's and Home Depot have a lot of them. And then they have obviously the law enforcement aspect of this as well. working to see a little bit more of where these exact cameras, why would a trailhead have this? You know, I think that's an interesting part to this. Why does Douglas County have a camera that's not just monitoring license plates like we all thought?
Interesting. Continued flock coverage.
The third eye is always, the all-seeing eye is watching. Is that how you said it, bro?
Yes.
Cold world, bro. Give me your fucking thoughts on this shit, man.
I mean, like, it's, I ain't gonna lie to you, because, you know what I'm saying? I'm like I'm Batman, so I'm like the best detective, but I'm not them peoples. I'm Batman. You know what I mean?
You always got to do your due diligence, big bro.
Yeah, and like immediately I'm like, well, this would make sense if they're investigating shit in these areas, right? But it's like these are like parks and fucking playgrounds, and that shit's just some weirdo shit. Because then now it's like, here's the thing: there's way more weirdos out there online too, because
that's what
online people will imagine this. If they're selling shit like this on regular, or showing shit like this on regular internet, imagine this shit on the dark web.
On the dark web for the motherfucking,
you know what I mean?
Like,
so this is somebody allegedly hacking these flock joints, right? And now they just put out all the streams of the recorded footage, right? Then not to mention hackers can do things like get into these rappers' phones, real talk, and then they'll go and get I mean, I'll send the motherfuckers some joints, right?
Come on now.
Say I wasn't like that, but I still have my joints in my phone. Motherfuckers will hack phones, get in there, steal your music, and then go on, because there's people out there online that don't buy.
Remember, we talked about that on one pod. One of them rappers or somebody lost their computer or something like that. I forgot what rapper or producer, but me, you, and Slim talked about that shit on one of these shows before, bro.
It was one of the examples I could think of was like Cardi B, and then he's working with this producer named Pierre, and then Pierre
Bourne.
His hard drive got took, and so like albums got leaked, or music period, and hella shit. You know what I mean?
The Pierre that used to work with Playboy Cardi early in the shit like that.
Yeah, exactly. With Cardi and Pierre, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, that shit crazy, bro. I mean, look though.
And fools will buy this music. Like, I'm talking about like the market is like rich sultan princes. Right, like you know what I mean, in Dubai and shit.
Well, remember that one Wu-Tang album? Oh boy, bought the one who he got the pharmaceutical company.
That was basically sold like a piece of art, a one-of-one copy of this album, and you can't show this album to anybody, unless it's in some type of like museum style of you know what I mean? Because then this guy got caught up in a bunch of shit, obviously. And then now they got somebody purchased it now, and they're gonna have that album go on tour, like in museums, where people can go and listen to the album.
Oh wow, and go listen to it.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna there'll probably be like some ear inspection.
Yeah, no way you can
like let me pat you down, make sure you have no kind of recording.
Yeah, can't leak it. So we got a museum here in Sacramento. I don't think it's there no more. It's called the Crocker Art Museum. It's like right by the Kings Arena, right? And so when they built an extension, I want to say it's the Mondavis. They're big UC Davis alumni, and they donate a lot of money to UC Davis, right? But they made an extension to the museum, right? And so when I was working in Old Sac, which is right by the museum, one of the big supervisors, for a gift bag, she gave me free tickets and shit for my birthday. So me and my daughter go down there, right, bro? And I never knew this, right? I'm in that motherfucker with my digital camera. This is how long ago? This is like almost right out of my 08, 09 like type shit. And I'm in that motherfucker flicking it up, right? Yeah. So about 10, 15, 20 minutes in, motherfucking security like, bro, you can't be taking no pictures of this shit. Bro, I got a motherfucking picture of a porcelain AK-47 in that motherfucker. That motherfucker federal as fuck, bro. Oh, my mama, I'm in there snapping shit.
That's crazy like craftsmanship right there.
You can't be going in there distributing, because that's taken away from motherfuckers that's going in there for the experience. 100%. But like these cameras, though, like how it showed the kids in the park on the flock cameras. Remember how we've been covering everything that's going on in Houston around the bayou. And that last story we did about that shit,
Why
was
wouldn't you
presenting
have
like
them,
they need
them
to put
flocks
more
over
cameras
there?
there. So like even in the city of Sacramento, they got cameras around the parks and stuff like that because weirdo stuff be happening 100%. And like how you just said about selling the stuff on the dark web, it just showed we got pictures of kids, or live feed of kids on the
weirdo
and
shit right there, bro.
100%.
You know,
and
that's why that dude said, man, my stomach dropped because, man, imagine this, like, you know, God forbid people are just recording our children unbeknownst. This is like technology, but powered by somebody, you know what I mean? Or is somebody hacking this shit where these things are being surveyed for some reason? Like you said, a lot of these could be private companies that are high in the flock, right? So it's like homeowners associations, for example. That was one of the on the list. And so it's like you can have like my communities over here. We don't have HOA. We have Melrose, but like we still have hella parks and all kind of shit here. So I can imagine if it was like that around here. All you do is see kids out here and this shit playing and you know what I mean, soccer games going and all kind. You know what I mean, just life happening.
No, you know I mean, then not only that, it's that like them fees, if they going into HOAs, you know what I mean, them motherfuckers can go ahead because we've done stories where we seen little itty bitty cameras disguised as a rock, you know what I mean, pointing at houses to wait for them motherfuckers to go ahead, pun intended, get flopped. 100%. It's like, look, bro, if these motherfuckers could tap into these cameras and go ahead and get this information into the wrong people, just sit and just watch. Go ahead and get your motherfucking parents.
Intended they could get flocked. For those that don't know, that means robbed. You know what I mean?
Bro.
That's another thing I was getting to is like, what if weirdos, you know, use this information like, and you know, what if someone gets, God forbid, a child or even a person ends up missing? You know what I mean? From that was seen in one of these footages, or like you said, somebody seeing some shit. Like for example, bro, if that motherfucking flocks was over my shit, the whole world will find out my dark secret. I always dance in my underwear in the backyard to loud disco music with nothing but sunglasses and a hat on. Like imagine that. Oh no!
On his John Travolta shit.
I'm on my John Travolta in the backyard, and at least only my neighbors knew about it, but they were fine with it. Now the whole world knows I dance in my drawers with.
I've had my hey, JD. We've had our HOA since we're at the corner house, right? They have a speeding problem because of the street, and there's a drag strip that goes out.
So you put speed bumps in that motherfucker.
No, we have a camera right on our side of our house. They're like, oh, can we use your camera? I'm like, no, I don't want to get involved in that kind of shit. You know what I'm trying to say? That's not me. You got to do that shit on your own. I'm not paying
everything.
I don't want to pay for someone just because we have a camera in the corner of the house.
So like how they said about the block cameras though, like how they be at the motherfucking for the HOAs. Then they also said them motherfuckers be at Home Depot, Lowe's, like because they be having them motherfucking smash and grab or whatever the fuck they call that bullshit. You know what I mean? So if you get them motherfuckers hacked, like right, you can go ahead and follow motherfuckers. So you already got access to one camera. You trying to follow this motherfucker? You know what I mean? 100%.
Hey JD, you've been sliding to my joint since I moved out this way, right? And like, so you've seen all the neighborhoods around me just pop up, right? So like, anytime there was houses getting built, around the corner or something, there'd be dumpsters, fat shit dumpsters too. You know what I mean? And then they would have a light post there, you know what I mean, or wherever on the street. They had those motherfuckers, you know what I mean? So it's funny because like, we would just drive by and be like, damn, whole ass couches in there. I'm like, motherfuckers is getting like crazy with it, right? So then I start thinking, man, shit, motherfuckers throwing whole ass couches in there. We got hella shit to dump. And then my girl be like, well, there's the cameras. I'm like, so then we got this motherfucker fucking masks on, fucking hoodies, and fucking sunglasses and shit, throwing shit. Like, just because we know them cameras ain't just for show.
Bro, so I'm glad you said that. So look, the city of Sacramento has those cameras for dumping problems. Motherfuckers do illegal dumping, but on the street. So they got to send out the motherfucking front loader. Then they got to send out the claw. Bro, that's costing them money because they got to pay for overtime. They got to have workers not doing what they need to be doing on their regular schedule. It's like, look, bro, them cameras, I used to work for the motherfuckers, bro. I see the motherfuckers that install these motherfuckers. So if these motherfuckers is on regular city streets, and you can get into them, bro, you got a whole lot of action that just sitting there. And look, bro, me, bro, if I'm not on the stream with us, I'm trying to find content, right? 100%. So you don't think that there's other motherfuckers that don't think that shit is content and they just finna sit there and watch and try and put shit together, bro?
I mean, bro, look, this, okay, like, this, it even makes me worry about, you know, the underworld. You know what I'm saying? Like fools that are just doing illegal shit, even whatever their purpose may be. Like, oh, I ain't doing nothing but selling a little bit of a tree or something, or and then these motherfuckers, and then they get, you know what I mean? Now they getting got. You know what I mean? How about this? You know what I mean? And this is just on some eye in the sky type shit. You know what I mean? You know, that's the Vegas talk where everything's on camera. You know what I mean? Where like, if a motherfucker does the hand-to-hand exchange, right? And they're on the eye in the sky. You know what I mean? Even if it's just anything that looks like some kind of hand-to-hand exchange, anything that the people and this is the literal eye in the sky in Vegas, right? So when you imagine this, you and this motherfucker, hella screens, right? They see the shit, oh, go to zoom in on that. Oh, what's going on there? Boom. Facial recognition, that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Oh, trust.
And then this motherfucker now, he's being tracked everywhere he's going on the eye in the sky in Vegas because that whole network works with each other. You know what I mean? So it'd be like, hey, there's a fucking, you know how deep it gets? Target, bro. I had to have a talk with my oldest, not that they're kleptos or anything like that. It's just like, I always have to tell them, don't you be going in no Target thinking like, oh, I can just take this little nail polisher. Don't steal nothing, because they won't, even if they don't catch your ass, and no matter what, if they see it later on, you're going to be, and they see it on the camera because everything's on camera, you're going to get your facial recognition. Now, every time you walk into a Target, anywhere there's Target, now you're in that Target database. Yep. You know what I mean? And I'm not even just down to spook them, because first, stealing is just so gross. Like, you know what I mean? If it ain't yours, it ain't yours. If you want it,
if you ain't got the money for it, you don't need it.
Yeah, exactly. Like those desires to see, and this is why I want them to, I always pound this into their heads, because I would just, we grew up in a tense, like I would take shit if I couldn't get it. I'm gonna take that shit. You know what I mean? Or it was like, you know, I want $100 pair of shoes when I was like 12. It's like, oh no, now we got to go get some bread for this now. You know what I mean? Like, we had these other desires. They don't need to have those desires. You know what I mean?
Come on now.
Yeah, you know what I mean? There's things that are cool to have and shit, but it's also real if it's realistic or not. Like, you know, I always try to explain to them too, like, look, me and your mom, we don't look like we have all our money on us. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like, you know, because I'm just pointing out, like, yeah, we used to be flashy and used to do, like, you know what I mean? Like, no, it's different now. You know what I mean? Like, we understand what money is and what you know what I mean? It's like, I have to teach them all these values of all this shit. Especially because if you get caught doing some dumb shit, now you're gonna cost you some money.
And this world's a different place too.
Yeah, them is facts, bro. 100%. Do not cost yourself. I mean, and see, that's like what my dad told me, bro. So, like, when I first got my license, bro, I cost myself so much extra money just by doing stupid shit in my car that my insurance wouldn't. I'm paying car notes for insurance. 100%. Like, man, you're fucking stupid, dog. Me having points on my record cost me to be able to be permanent earlier than when I got permanent on my job. You know what I mean? Cold world. So yeah, you don't never want to do stupid shit that's gonna cost you in the long run. 100%. And then, like how you said about the facial recognition. Bro, I've never went through Times Square and all that in the city, like, right? You know what I mean? But you don't think they don't got facial recognition in that motherfucking dog?
Oh, hell yeah, they do.
They are monitoring that city. That's probably one of the hosts
from the Bronx. Remember, he was on Instagram Live or something, and he saw the op in fucking Times Square, and he chased him down on feet. Remember that?
I'm telling you, bro.
And then it's like, this fool was bucking at him. Block, block, block. Not only was he on live, because then he still didn't get caught in real time, right? But what was crazy is, of course, they're going to catch him later. This motherfucker's on camera everywhere. Not to remove the live. Remove this. That's another thing, too, is if we're already being tracked just by choice because we carry these phones around. So there's that. So imagine if, like, you know what I mean? If they're like a person of interest and you have these flocks going around, going back to the flocks, right? And they're tracking this person of interest, right? Like, you know what I mean? They go, okay, boom, but it's still just a person of interest. Then they identify like, they solidify, this is our guy. You know what I mean? Boom, then you start tracking his cell phone. Okay, it is him. Now now you don't even need the flocks. Now you're just on his every fucking digital thumbprint. You know what I mean? As long as he carries that phone. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's hella crazy because people don't realize it. And man, I guess you don't have to worry about this if you're not doing no weirdo shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or no illegal shit. You know what I mean? But that's what's crazy too is this goes back to the 9/11 shit when they passed the Privacy Act.
Mm-hmm.
These are all things that have spawned from that, 20 plus years ago, almost 20, 25 years ago at this point. This all stems from that. And, there was a book in the 80s. I don't know if it came out in the 80s, but I remember as a grown person, I ran through this book. It was 1984. It's basically about I'm trying to remember. What's the word? It's basically a dystopian future. You know what I mean? But it's everyone's controlled, and there's Big Brother. They call it Big Brother. Big Brother's always watching. You know what I mean? With all the cameras everywhere, everything's recorded. Everything. You know what I mean? And that's just like the day in a nutshell what it's about. But it's about what it does to the people too, psychologically too, right? Like, so imagine, like, you know what I mean? Like I said, it makes me paranoid to hear shit like this. Like, oh, they got these vlogs might be watching, man. Make me annoyed, man.
Yeah, I mean, they are, even before we got the story about them getting hacked, and the reason they got hacked, they said in that news story, is called limited configuration. So we know a lot of IT, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So if you got a limited configuration on a system that you're selling to government entities, whether it be the police or the city or the county, and them motherfuckers can get hacked. You know what I mean? That's where the fucked up thing is, because they already done been around and they've been watching us every little main street that we go through, the cross sections, certain place of high activity, because like I said, where I'm from, you know what I mean, they'll place that motherfucker to be 4 cameras and they'll be a 360 view of everything that's going on. 100, them motherfuckers been around 100%. So now you're telling me that somebody like me, that I'm sitting behind my computer and I don't know nothing about no motherfucking hacking. I barely know how to get on StreamYard and upload shit to YouTube. So don't put me in that category. But if a motherfucker sit behind his computer and log in and watch a live city feed, come on now. Like, look, bro, it's already bad enough. People didn't suit these motherfuckers for public knowledge to go ahead and push this shit, because why are you taking pictures of thousands of shit, like you just said, Bogey? You're supposed to be a person of interest. You're supposed to monitor shit that when bullshit happened, not just live feed of it all the time. Live feed of the motherfucking kids playing on the swings. Cold world, bro.
Yeah, and it's like, because it's like there's levels to this. If you need an area that needs to be constantly surveyed, that means because this area, it draws a certain level of activity that requires this. And a lot of times that activity is negative activity, right? So like, why you have this in these little parks and these little kids and shit? I would get it if you're like, in Chicago or Stockton or Little Rock, Arkansas, or stuff like that, where you're on these parks where the gangsters hang out. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it's like, why are they surveying this shit? And then
that's because they say they don't got enough motherfucking police. They ain't got enough police to consistently patrol that area. It helps them do their job. You know what I mean? It's a form of tech for them to use technology to help them further them doing, you know what I mean? But
look at this, bro.
It's getting in the wrong motherfucking hands, though. That's the thing, though.
I just thought of this right now, bro. Remember how I had to get some of that concrete removed from the front of my crib?
Facts.
And then a gang of my neighbors had to do the same shit. And when I started talking to my neighbors, you know what I'm saying? Like the ones that I'm cool with, they were all pissed about this shit. And they were like, who is it? And then because, you have to report these things. These things need to be reported. So, because even when I called the phone numbers and all this shit, when I got the notices from the city, I was like, it was asked, the automated shit was asking me if I wanted to report something. You know what I mean? I was like, no, I'm trying to pay something, right? Or I'm trying to, whatever the fuck I was trying to do. But I wasn't trying to report something. I'm like, oh, so it had to be reported. But then I started thinking right now, like, what if they just got things flown around these hoods, right? Like, floating around a little neighborhood. Oh, okay. All these motherfuckers is in violation. You know what I mean?
That's what they do. That's what they do,
I
bro.
didn't think of that answer because we immediately started blaming the dude on the corner. There's this dude on the corner, right? He had his whole shit concreted all the way to the side. He's got a corner house, so he got all the way to the side of his house, and he's parking extra cars there like it was an extra fucking parking spot, but it's like the sidewalk for like an extended sidewalk. And I'm thinking, so we were all just immediately blaming this guy, like this guy just gotta be the one. You know what I mean? Because his shit is blatant.
Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. One day last week, I'm in the backyard hosing that motherfucker down, right? And I hear it. It's in broad daylight, 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning. I'm hosing the motherfucker down, and I hear the motherfucking drone. You know, and that bitch up, right? So I finally find it in the air, and that motherfucker, it looked like it's staring at me, right? That motherfucker, I'm looking at him, it's looking at me. I'm looking at him, it's looking at me. Oh my mama, I forgot I want to say that was Martin Lawrence comedy special, right? So I say, fuck it, let me go ahead, walk out the front, walk to the porch to see if I can see who's flying this motherfucker, because I want to know what's going on. Long story short, it's a brand new white, all white Ford Explorer with tinted windows. It's 2 motherfucking officers out there. It's a bride and a dude. The bride is flying the drone. Her partner's standing right there next to him. I walk up to the motherfuckers. I said, man, I had to come over here and see who's flying this motherfucker. You know what they told me? Oh, well, don't worry about it. We serving a warrant a couple of streets over. I said, oh, wow. Shit. The third eye is always watching, y'all.
Look at this is how they're serving warrants now. Like,
no, they was making sure that motherfucker didn't do the dash.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, my mama.
They ain't just finna knock on the door and be like, hey, we're here. And
no,
then
that's how you gotta serve the warrant. That's how you serve the warrant, though. You have to pronounce yourself and let them know it's
but they want to make sure he's there, though. You know what I mean?
Oh, my mama. But
that's crazy. And see, here's the thing, too. It's like, okay, because you have a warrant out for your arrest, right? That gives them a reason, quote unquote. But at the same time, they're still surveying everything around this motherfucker.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean? So imagine if they're just looking at this motherfucker shit. You know what I mean? Like, cause he got a warrant, but then and you just unbeknownst to motherfucker is the neighbor. And look, I got all kind of tree growing in the backyard, like just because I can. And then they're like, oh, wait a second, that's an excessive amount because you can, but not too much. Like they can get specific on you, and then all of a sudden, now they're surveying you.
100%.
What's this guy up to? Why does? And then they start. Then you know what I mean? Like, see, that's the thing. At least they're not as conspicuous. But imagine when they get better and they're way up high, like how satellites be. Like our satellites are so dope. They're in motherfucking orbit, and it's
in the city. For the city, bro, they fly drones over your backyard to make sure that you don't got no motherfucking hoarder backyard, because they'll find you for that. So that's the only way they can go see in your motherfucking backyard unless they get hella complaints.
That's an excuse too, so to speak, right? World. Gives them a reason.
Cold world. Peacock said, just published the T-Law short from yesterday. I'll do about 2 shorts for each position to start.
Nice.
Cold motherfucking world, dog.
Let's go, Peacock.
Minnesota Den said bogey dancing in his drawers and a fedora. Pause. Not even laughing.
Exactly.
Oh my mama. And then Den said these motherfuckers will break into your
not be footage of me floating around out there and me dancing in my backyard after I got my grass and my concrete put in.
Cold world, bruh. And then Den said these motherfuckers will break into your baby monitor camera and sell the footage on the dark web. It's cold world out here, bro.
That's some weirdo shit, man.
For real.
Motherfuckers be doing some weird shit, man.
2 main things I tell my children: I will not tolerate lying and stealing. No tolerance for that shit. Come on now. Keep it a buck.
That's a fact.
You gotta keep it a buck. And if you ain't got the money,
those are cardinal sins.
Oh my mama. And we got Albert in the building. What's up, big bro?
What's up, Albert?
Y'all got anything going out on that?
Man, just not only keep your head on a swivel, you gotta always look to the skies too. You feel me?
It's crazy. You can buy a camera anywhere on TikTok now for anything, for your friggin' anything that screws in the wall. What the?
That's facts.
Yeah, it's been like that for a long time, bro.
Yeah.
like nursery cams where it's like a motherfucker. This goes back to like the early 2000s. Like I remember some nursery cams. It's a straight up teddy bear, but then the motherfucking eyes, motherfucking cameras and shit. Just so you could watch the baby. You know what I mean? Like shit, I got monitors all the time because I make sure. I mean, me ain't climbing on all kind of shit. Like, but see, those ones aren't on a network. Anything on a network, it's like Ring cameras and all this shit. You know what I mean? Like for example. Man, when we first got on the Ring camera, I didn't realize, oh shit, it's another network. So like people in the neighborhood, they'll post some shit. Hey, look, somebody just stole a bike from my shit. You know what I mean? If you see bruh, whoop his ass. You know what I mean? Like, fuck him up. Hey, one time, the last spot I had, it was hella funny because like I had first moved in. It was, and I just moved from a house to like a tri-level townhouse. So like, you know, when we first moved, we had hella shit in this tandem. It's a tandem garage, and I had a propane grill, like a push one with the little fryer shit on the side, like a big joint that you lift up the hood. I had that with the wheels on it. So I was like, man, I just put it outside real quick in the front. Somebody just smooth walked away with that shit. I didn't have no Ring cameras back then, but I'm like, damn, just like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Listen, rule of thumb. This is what I always said since I was a kid, man. Rule of thumb: if you can see it, you can take it.
What's up, kidda?
So, Gang Green, top of the morning, big bro. Look, man, and so the business that I own, look, bro, I didn't been caught slipping. Motherfuckers done stole shit off my truck. Yeah. And I didn't one time the motherfucker stole the shit. I hadn't even used the equipment yet. Brand new blower. That motherfucker took that bitch out the back of the Avalanche. Oh my mama. Cold thing is me and my cousin, we doing the yard. We doing one of Cousin Kev properties on everything. We on the other side. A motherfucker come in the van. Hey, it's a motherfucker that just stole your shit. So I go run around the corner. That motherfucker go try and chase him and tell me where it's at. Then they come back like we couldn't get him 100%. So yeah, like you said, if you can see it, it's mine 100%. But also on the flip note, motherfuckers come through where I'm from and sell hot shit 100%. And I didn't buy a lot of hot shit 100%. So I know how the game go.
We just paying it forward. You feel me?
Come on now. So I know how the game go. Oh my mama. It's just fucked up that these cameras that's government entity or used for government entities can get hacked because of limited configuration. 100. That's all I got to say going out on that shit.
It's like, come on, government. Like that.
Morning, AJ.
Top of the morning,
for all we know, it's either some high-level hacker or just some young 12-year-old, bro. Like these motherfuckers will figure it out, but like you gotta, back in the days they would put shit like a puzzle in a magazine type of shit, like a government code. Like they'll just be like, let's just see if regular people can figure this out. Like you don't know what it is. It's just in a magazine. It's just a fucking crossword puzzle or some shit, some kind of fucking number matrix algorithm, whatever. And if motherfucker can figure it out, they're like, oh shit, then they'll get on your ass. You know what I mean? And then they'll give you a job.
Come on, look, bro. It's a thing not too long ago where it's like a teenager that hacked Vegas 100% tore their ass up.
I remember that shit. Come on.
Oh,
and you know what's crazy? That kid's gonna have a career in that shit now. Like 100%. They're gonna put him instead of him doing his time, they're gonna be like, teach all my guys in the FBI how you did this. You know what I mean?
100% like
John. Help us reverse engineer this shit.
Hey, like John Sally on the first Bad Boys. Oh my mama, I still look at motherfucking tall ass. Everything.
AJ says, "Say what's up."
He had them fucking glasses on.
Tall ass down.
Oh my mama, that shit was funnier than a motherfucker, bro. They had John Sally on there hacking shit.
Mike Larry.
He was
on there with them big ass hands with the handcuffs on.
Come on now. Oh, my mama. Go ahead, read the comment, Lee.
AJ says, say what's up to a 5-time champ.
What's up? What's up, son?
Talk your shit.
Time. Let's go.
Mama. Let's get into this next one, y'all. So, the orange face motherfucker strikes again. He's talking about some shit for the medicine that I prefer to take 100%, man. He's talking about knocking the schedule down, man. So let's get into this shit, y'all.
Oh, no. Oh, the reclassification.
President Trump tonight on the verge of signing an executive order that would change the future of cannabis in the United States. Four sources tell NBC News the EO would fast-track the rescheduling of marijuana, moving it into a category with lower-risk drugs.
A lot of
even better.
People want to see it, the reclassification, because it leads to tremendous amounts of research that can't be done unless you reclassify.
Since 1970, the drug has been listed
Let's
as a
fucking
Schedule
go.
1
Okay, I'm
substance
about
in the
that
same
shit.
category as heroin and LSD. The current classification considers it more dangerous than fentanyl, the primary driver of drug
How the
overdose
fuck
deaths.
is that
The
possible?
president's
I
order
made
would
that shit
direct the
loud.
Drug Enforcement Administration to reclassify cannabis as a Schedule 3 drug, the same category as some Tylenol. With this move, the government would acknowledge marijuana's potential medical benefits for the first time, even though 47 states already allow cannabis use for medical reasons.
Directing my cabinet to review the federal classification of marijuana.
The rescheduling process began under President Biden and has stalled earlier this year due to administrative delays. But President Trump is poised to turn a campaign promise into a reality.
He knows
Once
that's
the
gonna boost
rescheduling
hella
process is
economies
complete,
too,
the
though.
You
Food and
motherfucking
Drug
right it is.
Administration will be able
'Cause they
to study
tax the
cannabis for
fuck
medical
out of
and
it.
scientific purposes.
That's
The
his
move
main
could
goal, is to
eventually
get us
mean
out
that
of debt.
cannabis will be sold at pharmacies.
fact.
Within President
Well,
Trump's
one of
And
them
you know
party,
what?
not everyone is on
Anytime
board.
I needed to get out of a bind,
and a number of other Republican senators expressing our
Come on now.
reservations about doing that.
Rescheduling marijuana does not mean it will be legal at the federal level. And it won't help the tens of thousands still sitting behind bars for nonviolent cannabis offenses.
It's awfully hard to have people all over the jails that are in jail right now for something that's legal.
Robert Deals, a retired Air Force veteran, has been in prison for the last 15 years.
What?
Him and some associates were offered cannabis by undercover officers. He attempted to flee in this and was given 18 years and charged with possession and intent to sell.
His daughter Alicia says she's grateful for the step forward.
But we truly have to
Yeah,
acknowledge
that
the
is
true harm that's been
cold.
done and how much more we have to do.
The war on drugs, she says.
It was a war on minority communities.
Today, Alicia and her family own a legal dispensary in Arizona.
Come
We
on
have
now.
turned burdens into blessings. We are flourishing in the business. But
Turn
it's
burdens
something a
into
very,
blessings,
very
bruh.
bittersweet when my father is still incarcerated.
And Julie Sirkin joins us now from Capitol Hill. Julie, as you mentioned there, this is a step, just a step toward reclassification. How long could all of it take? And what else could
That
this order
last
include?
story just hit me.
Yeah, it's just a step,
Oh,
Allison,
girls.
but it's such an important.
Cold world, huh?
Like, I mean, look, the irony. Now you know that. Listen, I know people that got dispensaries. You're usually doing pretty well for yourself. You know what I mean? And like, here they are selling the tree, right? And then she's still trying to get her pops out of the Pinta way for selling the tree, allegedly or attemptedly.
Yeah, I don't know if we covered the story. I want to say we did on a brother and sister from SoCal. The brother, or they might be from NorCal. They might be from NorCal, one or the other, right? And so the brother got caught, transporting, right? But I guess brother was still sitting on some dough or something, right? But the sister was able to go ahead and open up the legitimate business.
Yeah.
100%. And bro can't do nothing with the business, you know what I mean? Because he got the shit on his record and all that.
Exactly. He got
100%.
the tarnish on his name.
On my mama. On everything.
Well, maybe not his name, but his record. There you go.
But see, that's the thing though. Bruh got 18 years. She said that Pops got set up by the unders.
Yeah.
And bruh tried to do the dash and they hit him over the head with a 18 piece.
You remember how it used to be?
Huh?
Remember the stupid shit in the hood when they would say, look, if it's an under, bruh, you know what I mean? They gotta tell you they're a cop if you ask them. That is some old bullshit, bruh. Do you remember the people used to say that in the hood?
Well, yeah, no, for sure. But see, where I'm from,
That motherfucker
we
could
was
move right in. You
where
a
I'm
cop?
from,
No.
you know what I mean? We was taught early how to spot them. 100%.
That's
bruh.
a fact. But I'm just saying,
Like,
though,
look, bruh,
that's a myth, though. They
Come
don't
on now,
have to
because we
declare
know the motherfuckers that's coming through, because they coming through on a consistent basis, 100%. You know what I mean? You might get that dumb motherfucker that might want to go ahead, and this motherfucker might entice you because you done been out there all day, and he done came through with
You know what a lot of them is,
150, 250,
They
whatever
already
it is,
come
and
up
you
having the wrong fucking handshake.
cold world, bro.
Hey,
Oh,
what's up, my
mama.
man?
But see, the thing too, though, is like, right?
Hey, ooh.
But when it's coming fast, and you know what I mean, and you just out there getting it, you know, sometimes you do slip up, bro, on everything.
Hey, look, so
I definitely know about that. Not from firsthand experience.
It was one of the Neff's birthday parties back in the days, you know what I mean? And you know, there's like some fixtures at the party, you know what I mean? Like some, you know what I mean? Some real hitters that don't really step out like that, but they're at the party type of shit, you know what I mean? There's some real factors, right? And like I remember one of my partners that I make music with. I can say his name because he don't do nothing. It's my partner Rome. He's like really a goofball, but Rome parties, and Rome he's a sick ass producer and artist. But you know what I'm saying? He's not from the underworld. You know what I mean?
Come on now.
And then so it's like one of my partners, he comes through and you know, and I'm like, oh, woo, woo. And it's my partner Rome. This is such and such. We'll just give him let's just give him a nickname. Let's say his name is Rabbit or something, right? You go, oh, this is my partner Rabbit. My boy immediately, you know, we're faded out of the party. He's like, your name's not Rabbit, bro. What's your real name? Right? Immediately, my boy turns around, tells me, hey, bro, I'm out of here, bro. That guy's a cop. And just leaves. I'm laughing. Roman's not a cop, but he said some cop ass shit right there.
Cold world.
Like, because he's kind of squared up. Right? Like, you know, he's a rocker dude, my boy Rome. So
yeah.
It's like, bro, your name isn't Rabbit, bro. What's your real name? Like, no, you said the wrong thing to someone who has a high level of paranoia. He immediately was like, out of here.
Come on now, fuck that. Come on now.
It always had me dying, bro, because we always called him the police after that. Oh, John Rome. Here comes the police.
I mean, we one of the stories that got the show booming is us covering the boy in Baltimore, the white boy that was getting it off the tree, off the medicine, allegedly. You know what I mean? Well, I ain't allegedly because we seen the surveillance video. Yeah, we see the surveillance video.
And he put it in the music videos too. You feel me? Like,
and bro was balling, and they was owning over the tree 100%. You know what I mean? So it's like,
you know what it was too. See, here's the thing too. Is like with that guy in particular, and this is like, you know, this is a trend. You know what I mean? Like, for the last 20 years, it's like, who could take it from point A to point B, right? And getting it across, that's never the problem. But if you get popped with this shit and they can connect the dots, now you're transnational. You know what I mean?
Come on now.
You know, because it's okay. Same thing with these cannabis companies that are trying to do the legal thing. If you have a company and you go, all right, I'm in California, you know, I'm in these dispensaries, but now I want to expand in Nevada. I got to go to these cultivators over there. I can't be like, I can't bring my product from California to Nevada.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because now that's federal. You're taking things across federal, even though there's two legal. See, there's these finicky little things still, right? So this is what they make us do. You got to go now. I got to go get to these cultivators that do exist in these states, and I go, hey, I got my brand. I want okay. Here's our OG. Here's our gelato. Here's our this and that. Okay, yeah, I'll do this and that. So now you got Bogey's Gelato over there now, right? But I'm still brokering this deal, and it's basically consignment. It's just to brand my name onto this product that's sold in this state. So it's my brand, but it's whatever the state that's in, where my brand is in, that product is solely in that state. Whenever we're talking strains here, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's how it works. So someone can't just be like, okay, I want that shit in New York. Okay, I got to go to New York and lay the groundwork first. I got to go find a cultivator and this. And a lot of times, you know, there's a lot of, that's why you see all these rappers down in New York popping up with weed strands, like, you know, like Tony Yayo and Memphis Bleak and all that, you know what I mean? It's the name of the game.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I thought motherfuckers from Colorado that got their dispensaries, they can get shit from California and sell it in there. I didn't know you had to grow it in the home state of the where you sell it at.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, big bro, on my mama.
And even like, imagine like, okay, well, what if I send seeds? Eureka! then it becomes like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or, okay, shout out to my man Gabe. You know what I mean?
Shout out Gabe.
He's a very renowned green thumb, and he's crossed over years ago. When I say crossed over, he's been on the legitimate side for years. He's a renowned green thumb, bro. They send him all over to different states, and he's been in Iowa for the Oklahoma City for the last couple of years, and he's just out there overseeing big, massive grow ops. Because yeah, he's getting paid like a job, like a six-figure job, and it's like, you know, he's overlooking these cycles. You know what I mean? Massive shit, though. You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, this is crazy living a life.
Yeah, you ain't lying, bro.
He was a motherfucker that got arrested for having hella plants in his backyard and all kind of shit. And now look at him now. You know what I mean?
And that's crazy because when they was talking about on the story is that even though the schedule will drop and it be recognized as shit is like Tylenol and shit with medical benefits, it still wouldn't be legal on the federal level. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So you can't take it cross state to state, because once you do that, it's, in the words of JD, federal. You know what I mean?
Right, 100%. But but I wonder why they just
like, why can't you go from state? Like, for example, when I fly out of Cali, it don't matter where you're going. They're not tripping off the tree you got on you. But then it's like, okay, well, is it at risk when I land somewhere if it's not legal? You know what I mean? Because I got on me. You know what I mean? But it's like, you know, it's just tree. I don't think anything about it. It's like, oh, it's just personal shit that I'm just going to medicate myself with while on my vacation. And no one, you know, let's say I'm flying into Vegas or flying out of Vegas, going back home. No one's ever tripping. I'm on my carry-on. I got QP with me in various jars and just it's nothing. I've done this shit hella times. Because maybe it's in that fashion, it's part of the culture already. I don't know. But even I can go back to 2010, hopping on me and my Uncle Jamal, flying out to San Diego, and he got his medicine right on him, and he's showing his card. And then he put him in the bin. Fucking, it's like 2010. But we all got medical cards still that actually meant something back then.
Facts. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Paying $50 every year to renew my shit.
Yeah, hell yeah. I remember paying $200 to get my shit initially, then paying that, like you said, the renewal every year. Because you got to have that shit. You know what I mean? Like, so we could comfortably have medicine with us where we're going.
Come on,
you know what I mean? Like, you know, doing stupid shit like back then, like, okay, like we had medical cards, but if you're doing stupid shit like smoking in public and shit, they'll still fuck with you. And then they'll take your shit too, just because they're dickheads, or they'll make you, you know, discard your shit or something, even if you, here's my prescription. Like, cops are can still be dickheads, because
I've seen it happen to my cousin. So rest in peace to cousin Kev, Dad, Big Kev. We on K Street, no, that's J Street where Harlow's is, right? And I forgot who performing in that motherfucker, but we outside blowing, bruh. And this maybe 2015, 2014, not too long ago, right? We outside blowing, right? But you know, cousin Kev, damn near the whole family got it. The black and whites know damn near everybody in the family. So when you pull up the name, it's gonna ring, right? So we out there blowing. Cuzzo got maybe about 2 bands on him, 100%. But he got an 1/8 in his pocket. So these always do that extra, right? Take him in, take the money. He come out that night. But yet, bro, it take him about a month to get his money back. And this motherfucker is a complete citizen. We work for the same job, 100%, bro. They took it. I don't remember if they took him. They might have just took the money in the tree, bro. But the motherfucker had 2 bands on him. It took him 30 days to get the money back, even with all the proper paperwork, bank account, and check stubs. Cold world, bro.
Yeah, like my man's that would always come out from Atlanta and come shopping out west. You know what I'm saying? And he's on the legitimate side of things too now. But anyways, he would just be, he's not even on the way to Cali to do any kind of fuck shit, but he happens to have 10 bands on him. Or he happens to have 12 bands, 15 bands on him. It's just regular shit, you know what I mean? And he smelled like some tree, because for damn sure he blew before he went to the airport. He don't got nothing on him. But then they pull him to the side, start searching him. Plus, like, when he puts his little carry-on through it, it has all that bread in there, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what they got, them little strips in the thing. It shows, he got all these denominations on him. And they wrapped up like it just in one little thing. And then boom, they pull them out. What do you got this money for? The fuck you ask me what I have?
And I go to buy a car.
It smell like marijuana.
Motherfucker.
You know what I mean? They search him. Then they gotta let him go before he misses his flight. But he had to go through a whole hoops and balance to get his money back.
Facts, bro.
Got his money back eventually, but it was like, what are you doing? You're not even arresting me. You're saying, well, why are you gonna hold my money then? Like, you know what I mean? Here's a ticket and a thing, and then they basically gave him like a case number.
And remember, we just did a
Like
story about a month ago. We did a story about a month ago about the motherfuckers suing the Homeland Security for taking the money, bruh, and they had to pay for the motherfucking court fees. They had to get the money back because a lot of motherfuckers, they don't got enough money to pay for the lawyer to get the motherfucking money back that's confiscated at the airport. We just did a story about that not too long ago too, bro. Oh my mama, that shit is cold.
And it's like, here's the thing too, is I will say, obviously, if a motherfucker got a big old fucking Bandica Island in his bag, you know what I mean? Like, it's, you know, people just don't really carry cash like that these days, you know what I mean? Unless you're like in the cannabis industry or even like the restaurant industry, a lot of times where they're cash only, like there's still places like that exists. Shout out to all the fuck joints in my hood, you know what I mean? But you know, even then now outside that it might be Cash App or something. Well, they all have an ATM machine in there. Like, yo,
well, I'm a big fan of it's on National Geographic. It's called fuck. They at all the airports. How to Catch a Smuggler. That's the name of the show, right? So you know, every time you do international flights, you got to declare what the fuck you got. So like you said about motherfuckers be having Bandica Island on their motherfucking ass. Some of them motherfuckers don't want to declare that shit because they don't want to. You can only bring in 10 bands, 100%. So they be tucking shit. You know what I mean? They currency from where they coming from, American currency, all types of shit. You know what I mean? Because you know they trying to get the money back.
Look at this world, bro. Shout out to Auntie and and shout out to my in-laws because they every year. They go to the Philippines this time of year. They go around January and they go to like February-ish, whatever like that, right? So my lady, she had told me that this is about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? One of her aunties, because you know it's the old school way, but when you're going through them customs, and see, they were going from one island to another in the Philippines, right? But when you're going through them customs, they got bread on them. You know what I mean? So they would like have, you know, little things sewn into their pantaloons, you know what I mean?
Come on now.
Trying to hide it. And then you're not declaring shit. You're going through this woo wop. Then you get, you know, they see it on you, you know, in the little imaging. What do you got there? They ain't lie. I don't have anything, you know, because they know 9 times 10 before just from having the stigma that they'll take your money, you know what I mean? But
Come
then
on
it's
now.
like she's like swearing, so they got to detain her. And then they finally found it's just money in there. She's like, well, like, you know, but it's just this whole thing. Like, it's a real thing. They'll take your shit. Imagine
they're not playing about that shit, dog.
And if you have something on you that you ain't declare that already raises red flags too, like, what is that? You know what I mean? You said you had XYZ. There's an extra here.
You know what else is common that motherfuckers get caught for? Bringing in food that they not supposed to bring in. 100%. Oh my mama, bro. I said, I'm a big fan of that show.
Fauna all day. Flora and fauna too, like animals and plant lives and shit like that. Like, you cannot bring those things from other places.
Come on now.
It can fuck up an entire ecosystem. Look, you know, like wild boars and pigs and shit. That's not from us. That's from like Spain. You know what I mean? Fucking what else is not us? Pigeons. Those are from fucking London or Britain or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, overseas. Yeah, they are. They're Europe. Yeah.
Yeah, because them motherfuckers brought them over here, then they just take over New York, like, and they just spread across there. Pigeons ain't ours. You know, things could be invasive.
I didn't know that.
That's the word I'm looking for. Invasive. Man, we just did a story on the motherfucking the little Asian mussels and shit.
Oh yeah, facts. Taking over the lakes out here.
Bro, that motherfucker came over here and started shutting down the lakes. And my brother-in-law here, he got a boat. He's like, man, I can't go to the lake. He can only go to the one lake.
Oh my
because
mama.
if he was to go to any other lakes, you already registered as like you've been in this lake. You gotta fucking quarantine your boat.
Oh, everything.
And then do all the inspections and shit. So he's like, fuck, I'm just going to the same lake. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know what's fucked up though, bro? For the motherfucking country to be so much in deficit, and for them to think about, and they said the last administration, shout out to President Biden and Vice President Miss Kamala for even thinking about doing this shit too. 100%. It's like, look, bro, it's gonna help the motherfucking economy, and that's what you led off with, right? You know what I mean? It's like, don't hold this shit back, you know what I mean? Because it's already boosting the economies of local governments 100%, man. This shit is like green gold, even though that's a bad analogy. It's like, this is fucking medicine, dog, 100%. You know what I mean? And then on the other flip note is like, will we ever see it to be just fully recognized as it's okay? Because of like how they said, it's still not gonna change them knocking it down a schedule to let the rallies out. You know what I mean? For non-violent shit. We just seen little mama talk about her daddy, and he been gone for 18 years.
And
That's
she got a whole
2000.
dispensary. She got a whole dispensary doing what he got caught for.
Cold world.
Allegedly.
Oh my mama.
Here's the thing. Trump, he realized it. He said, and because I think it's because I like to think he has a vendetta against California.
He do. He don't fuck with
this past year kind of showed it, like, and during the fires and all this shit. But anyways, I like to believe someone told him, you know, and they say money doesn't grow on trees, right?
Come on,
he realized they lied. You know what I mean? Wait a second, money does grow on trees, the cannabis trees. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know why it'll never be federal? Like that'll be the hardest. And hopefully President Trump is laying the groundwork for it for being federally legal one day. Is that big pharma, like, you know, I mean, all these cannabis, they're going to be able to make everything that we need medicine wise, or at least like it'll cover a lot of ground, bro. And a lot of those companies will go that we've been, and no offense to Tylenol or Excedrin or all these other, over the counter drugs, or fucking what else we talking about? Ibuprofen, things of that nature. Like, imagine like we could simulate these same things with cannabis, and you're not fucking your livers up or I guess liver is what the medicine.
Facts. That is the exact reason, big bro. The pharma industry. That's exactly what it is, because all the technology and all how these motherfucking this shit done advanced. These motherfucking chemists and these motherfuckers that do these computers and know how to do all types of bullshit. Hell yeah, they can cook up some shit from the plant itself and advance other types of bullshit. 100%. That's exactly why this shit, big bro. Oh my mama. The Minnesota DN said TSA has said they are not looking tripping or marijuana, but that doesn't mean that the police in the airport ain't looking for it. Come on now, 100%.
You know what's the most bitch about it? If I think about it, like the thing that's the bitch is like when you think about people that are just trying to do their job, quote unquote, whatever that is, right? Like imagine a motherfucker, oh shit, I got a new job. Oh yeah, bro, what are you doing? I just applied for this flock shit. Like all I gotta do is just launch these fucking little flock drones, and I just kick it all day, looking at the screen. You know what I mean? And then next thing right? And it's like, this motherfucker just doing whatever someone told him to do. Meanwhile, it's the dumbass who's because what do you get qualified to even have these jobs? It may not take much. Then he's getting hacked. It could be things like that. Imagine when it comes to now you're getting high level shit. Now I'm trying to combine them all, right? Now with the tree shit, with the medicine, big pharma, they're gonna do all kind of shit to push back, and they got the unlimited funds already because they've been winning for a long time, so they'll be able to pay the XYZ politicians or who did. This is what I do appreciate about Trump is he's like a lone wolf in an aspect where he's like, he never wanted no money. He has his own, so he can't be bought. So if he just has an ideology that he wants to see out, that's the only thing we really got to worry about is which ideologies does he want to see out. But he's a businessman. So any true businessman would view this as being like, okay, we can lay the foundation for one day this being federally legal. And even look at how he started. Hey, more research can be done the moment we bump this thing down the schedule.
Come on now.
Because, like, for example, hemp. I remember back in the days, I would have like a pair of like hemp Adidas. And these motherfuckers was badass because it was like, wow, hemp's illegal in America, right? Because they outlawed the growth of it because of what it was going to do to the oil industry. It was going to take away kerosenes and all this. Rockefeller was like, fuck that, we're not having that. And they were about to make the most better paper than anything. We conserve trees. And they're like, oh no, now the newspaper industry is like, fuck that. So they Schedule 1 cannabis and hemp all in one because of this. It's going back to like the 1920s or whatever the fuck it was. Now you flash forward, and now they like I said, it's still scheduled higher than something like fentanyl. That is, and fentanyl is up there killing people at a high rate, like cigarettes and shit like that these days. You know what I mean?
Come on now, them. Matter of fact, we gonna skip this the topic I want to close the show out with, and we gonna talk about fentanyl because Lee dropped this shit. This is one of Lee's stories right here. Matter of fact, let me hit the drop. Let me hit the drop for ears because this is one of ears stories. So we're gonna do a pivot. Shout out to the Pivot Podcast. Shout out to my big bro Ear to the motherfucking streets. Shout out to Bogey for producing the show, man. We about to talk about some fentanyl, y'all. Let's get it. So we're gonna close the show. Oh, let me hit the drop. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are powered by the motherfucking Neon Peacock merchandise store. We do have episode 15 coming of the Chargers Power Hour to close out the motherfucking NFL 2025 season, week 18 versus him in the Orange Crush 100%. And then we're going to be firing up for the motherfucking playoffs, huh? You doing Chargers Power Hours for the playoffs?
Yeah. And if it's the New England Patriots, I have a friend of mine that knows his football and gonna talk his Patriots if we get the Patriots.
There we go.
Looking forward to it. He knows his football. It'll be kind of fun show.
There we go, right there, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that. Okay, let's get into it. We was just talking about some fentanyl. Ear to the Street said this shit one day on one of the pods, and let's get into it. So they talking about weed being as strong as heroin. This is crazy. Shit like this. Watch this shit, y'all. Listen to this.
Well, President Trump has signed an executive order designating fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction, escalating the fight against the deadly opioid. The move is getting mixed reaction here in Hawaii, where overdose deaths remain a serious concern. Here's Bryce Moore.
President Trump on Monday designated illicit fentanyl and its precursor chemicals as weapons of mass destruction, calling the finished product closer to a chemical weapon than a narcotic. The order directs harsher prosecutions, asset seizures,
I'm not mad at this at all.
Department support to protect Americans.
We are in a battle with fentanyl that's killing people a year. We have to really look at weapons of mass destruction. What is the intent? Is the intent of the cartels who manufacture fentanyl trying to kill people? Is that their intent? At the very least, it's reckless.
Local House Representative Diamond Garcia supports the change in the drug's classification.
It's been killing hundreds and thousands of Americans and hundreds, perhaps thousands of Hawaii residents throughout the decade or so. And I believe classifying this as a weapon of mass destruction is fitting, and it will aid in the elimination of fentanyl on Hawaii streets and streets across our country. It is unorthodox, but we do live in unorthodox times.
Now, harm reduction advocates argue that the militaristic language could hinder public health efforts. The Hawaii Harm and Reduction Center has already distributed over 3,000 of these naloxone doses to help combat opioid overdoses.
If this federal government was serious about tackling the drug problem, it would radically expand access to behavioral health treatment and encourage states to also expand behavioral health treatment.
But I think that we have...
Let me stop. Minnesota Den is in this bitch. So we see certain states where they motherfucking doing complete fraud for these government programs, even though in the state of Minnesota, they only got it for, as we know right now, for childcare and non-emergency transportation. But here in the beautiful state of California, and in the beautiful state of Minnesota, in the beautiful state of California, we got 24 billion worth of fraud for homelessness. So when you talk about giving state aid from federal government shit, bro, we got to be able to monitor this shit because these states is blatantly mismanaging the funds because they want to line their pockets, bro. 100%.
Real quick, before you continue the video, bro, I just want to say, in 2026, Somebody give me some of that money, bro. You just you ain't doing nothing with it. Let me have it then. Let me have it. I'll do something good with it instead of lining motherfuckers'
And the cold
pockets
thing
with it.
is, look how fast that shit went viral. Minnesota Den sent us that shit last week. By this weekend, it was national news, and the orange-faced motherfuckers he's already talking about. They didn't completely stop that shit. Minnesota Den sent me that shit this morning. Shut it down. Fuck that. 100%. So that's the only Libra scale about, these local governments trying to expand the programs to get these motherfuckers in there. But also, like I always say, because we talking about homeless or we talking about base heads. Now we talking about fentanyl. Them is base heads. Them motherfuckers don't want to get help. Some of them do. I'm just not going to say all of them don't want to get help. But a lot of them motherfuckers don't want to get help because I seen that shit every day at my motherfucking job.
Hey, look at this, bro. I'm about to put on the conspiracy theory bogey hat. You ready for this?
Hold on. Hit the drop.
Hit the drop. Man. Everything I'm about to say right now is all alleged, okay? But according to me, allegedly, if this is a weapon, if they're trying to diagnose this as a weapon of mass destruction because of the amount of Americans it's killing, right? Amount of people it's killing, period. And you go back to the Geneva Code. This is like when the United Nations would sit down and discuss the rules of engagement if there ever was to be war, right? And you know what's off the board? Chemical warfare. You know what I mean? That's off the board. This is not allowed.
So then why did we have fucking COVID-19 then? I'm just playing on my bad.
Yeah, the motherfucking SARS shit back then. That was their shit, right? Which was another form of the Rona, pun intended. You know what I'm saying? From what you were saying. But anyways, going back to I always used to make a joke. There was COVID-19. I mean, there was 18 of the motherfuckers before that. But anyways, so like look at what the verbiage Trump's using. He's like, oh, it's chemicals and chemical this and that. This is chemical warfare. If he's able to get the world looking at it like this, because look at the both biggest manufacturers. They purposely name drop cartels, plural, right? But like a lot of the Chinese are if it's not Mexico, it's China that's allegedly pumping the most volume when it comes to fent. You know what I mean? And
the meth, and the shit to make meth.
Yes, so all the precursors for it. So if you wanted to go to war with someone in a different fashion, when people think of war, we're thinking boots on the ground, or you're thinking, psychological warfare. There's different types of warfare. This is another form of it right here. You know what I mean? If they're the ones pumping, and in my, I don't want to just blame, any specific races, because I'm saying their countries. This is just alleged. Like I said, it's conspiracy theory bogey. That's how you destroy a superpower like America from the inside out.
No, them is facts, big bro, and not only by chemical warfare, you know what I mean? Because like you mentioned about the United Nations and the Geneva contract, the fucking nuclear bombs. Hey, we can't do that. We gonna blow everybody up, right? So
there's
on the flip side,
okay, we can't do this, or yes, we can do this. Yes, we gotta do that.
But on the flip side, though, it's like all is love and war. You know what I mean? So not only is they gonna try and release chemical shit. They fighting it through technology, big bro. Remember we did the stories about the solar panels with the motherfucking track or like devices in the motherfuckers. You know what I mean? We just did a story where they had
hit the drop
cell phones.
Hit the motherfucking
in the city of New York, in New York City, that can shut down the whole New York City cell phone shit.
And they did it.
They're fighting
and they did it
the way that they can, except from nuclear shit.
Okay, here's the thing too. It's like cliches are cliches for a reason because they're true. And in this case, ignorance is bliss. And most people choose to not give a fuck. You know what I mean? Or most people be like, man, I gotta see it. You know what else is fucked up too? Now things go viral. And what do people say? Man, is this real? Is this AI? Like now, people are questioning everything they see.
Facts.
Like we're living in that, we're getting into that realm. And this is why, at least YouTube too is like, okay, purely AI generated things are gonna be flagged. Because they're like, okay, let's leave this platform where content creators create. Let's just make sure they're creating original shit. Right? And you know, and I'm trying to tie everything in together right now, all at once, right? Going back to with the Trump thing, it's like, okay, you should go like, and I'm glad that you went to this topic and as a segue from the last.
Hey, that was you producing the show, though.
I mean, you know, but see, that's that universe shit I was saying earlier. The universe is always going to put us right where we need to be.
Come on now.
And for people that was hearing this, they might need to hear, you know, we attract a lot of indulgers. You know what I mean? We enjoy the medicine because this is how we get medicated. People have pains. People have needs for medicine. This just happens to be our medicine. You know what I mean? And like, you know what's crazy is like when there is the space for things like fentanyl, like, you know, when someone's having a crazy surgery and you need to put them down and sedate them along with other things to keep them from feeling this pain because they're about to cut into you and do surgery, right? And fentanyl a lot of times is that thing, and they put it in a drip and it's very small doses because it's ultra powerful. So imagine like these kids out there, but these fake pills, you know, they think they pop in a perk and it's laced with fent. And bro, they go on another ride that they were not prepared for and they die. And this is hella common.
100%.
You know what I mean? This is hella common. Like what did they say in there? They had to provide X amount of Narcans. Like
I don't know if it was a Narcan, but it was something like that.
Something in that category, right?
Yeah, that's why that was the opposition for them not to label it as a weapon of mass destruction because they would think it would stop the local government from distributing that shit to help prevent it. Yeah. You feel me? That's the argument.
It's the same way they labeled weed some crazy shit. Then all of a sudden right? See, so here's the fuck conundrum. Say Trump pulls this off, and now fentanyl is labeled as an actual weapon of mass destruction. That means anybody who's supplying it or synthesizing it, manufacturing it, whatever the category you fall under that has to do with anything fentanyl. Now you could be charged with like, you know, like of treason and things that are higher. So then it would scare the small dogs away. The big dogs. Now they're the ones that are they're gonna stand to benefit off shit like this. See, that's the great balance. You know what I mean? Like, look, it's in their best benefit to make weed legal so they can make the money off it. Because in the states that it doesn't, motherfuckers are still making buku off of it. You know what I mean?
Come on,
especially the ones that are neighboring a legal state. Because all they have to do is go hop, skip, and jump over it to go grab a bunch of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's never. Until they stop, like they need to find alternatives for fentanyl, period. Like, or it has to be of extreme, like no one uses lidocaine normally unless you're in a surgery or you're in like a fucking sports recovering from like think about that. And you know what lidocaine is? You know what the main ingredient is? Cocaine. They just remove the stimulant elements of it. So you just has this numbing shit. You know what I mean? This extreme numbers, like there's medical purposes for everything.
No, for sure.
The recreation.
I mean, like rest in peace to Michael Jackson. You know, I mean that motherfucker he like Profilov or whatever that shit is called.
Baller shit right there.
Man, that doctor, and it was a motherfucking doctor that was giving it to him allegedly, but I think that motherfucker got charged with that shit. 100%.
I mean, because and see that's the thing too is like they'll hide behind doctor-patient privilege. Like, and then he was under the category of concierge doctor, right? A concierge physician. That means like you're hired privately. Yeah. So it's like he had these means of like, all right, well, I'm just getting paid to just do what my patient says and like but you're the doctor. Is this something your patient needs? Then it's like, oh, but then you fight back with, oh, it's the concierge service still. Though.
I mean, that's just like the that's like the rallies though, big bro. When motherfuckers was getting docs to write the fake scripts for the motherfucking act. Gucci Man, he said it himself. He said he had doctors writing that shit 100%. It's like, look, man, they X that shit out. The act 100%.
You know what a doctor's supposed to do? A doctor's supposed to go, okay, you're highly addicted to, this category of opioids. We're going to get you on a boxing or whatever the fuck that is called and start weaning them off. So you would use other drugs to wean them off. Instead, they just feeding them more drugs. You know what I mean?
My mom, I was one of my uncles, may he rest in peace. That motherfucker used to shoot heroin, right? And so this is one of the reasons why I'm scared of needles to this day. Well, I've always been scared of needles, but I walked in on him in the upstairs bathroom at grandma's house, getting loaded like a motherfucker. Shit shook the shit out of me because I'm like, bro, the only motherfucker that give you a motherfucking needle is the motherfucking doctor. So long story short, when that motherfucker used to try and kick that shit, he would go to the motherfucking methadone clinic, 100%, and that's some type of form of shit to get you weaned off from that shit. 100%.
Methadone is some other shit too.
Oh no, for sure. Motherfuckers getting loaded off that shit on the streets.
I thought the first and only time I've ever saw somebody just freely shoot up because we were just at the point. Well, I won't get into the story, right? But it was when I was young, like 17 or whatever, 18-ish era. You know what I'm saying? But this person, they were shooting the titi, bro.
Oh yeah. So when I had to go sit down for them motherfuckers, when I had to go sit down for them 41 days, bro.
Period.
Hey, bro.
It was a woman, and she got up and started you just went into the room and you just hear vacuums and all kinds of shit. Like, oh,
bruh, my first celly when I sat down for them 41 days was a motherfucker that used to slam, and he was just coming off that shit. That motherfucker was sick as shit, and I've never heard nobody slamming no motherfucking TT, bruh. That motherfucker was super wired. Probably been up for fucking 70 days straight. 100%.
Imagine that.
Cold fucking world. That motherfucker was on one.
Right to the veins.
Cold world, bro. Oh my mama.
Yeah, it's a real ugly underworld. And see, this is like, okay, now to tie other shit back into another callback. Like, see, they should be putting them motherfucking flocks on those areas where the homeless is hella frequenting, because then you're gonna
they got them there. They got them there.
Yeah, because you're gonna see the D-boys that show up periodically. And a lot of times they'll be like, other homeless where they're like a higher level homeless, like they got it.
Bro, they always gonna be where the dope is. Trust me. I used to be a public employee, bro. Seen this shit every day. That's why I call them motherfuckers baseheads. I come from, bro, I'm born in a trap house, dog, 100%. So I know what it's like. That's why I said I was taught early how to spot the motherfucking unders. Like
the knocks.
Like, look, bro. It's a difference between a homeless motherfucker and a basehead. And I just said we didn't cover it before. And that's one of the topics that got us booming on this show, is about the mismanagement of homeless funds in the state of California. 100%, 24 billion in 7 years. Unaccounted for, dog. 100%. Same shit in Minnesota, like Minnesota did. Oh my mama. Bruh. Just plain out mismanagement of funds, dog. 100%. Cold world. This shit is supposed to help, but motherfuckers is really hurt because they ain't doing shit with the shit. And they just blatantly just letting it go by with no problem. Cold fucking world.
And that's the thing too, is another callback. Something I said earlier. It's that cliche saying, bro, that ignorance is bliss. You know what I mean? And how could you blame majority of people, right? Because they'd be like, well, it doesn't affect me, right? And they're going about their everyday monotonous day-to-day routines, whether it's work or whatever it is people do, right? And as long as it's not affecting them, they ain't thinking about it. Like, and what was crazy is like, I moved up out of the shit because of the homeless problem. That was part of it. Like, yo, it's crazy living here where it's like, every time we go to the store, we gotta like, it's like, it was like the homeless was like the weather. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's pretty homeless out there. You know what I mean? And now we gotta weave our way through just to get to the grocery store and shit. You know what I mean? If motherfuckers panhandling or fucking acid.
Bro, at work, I'm working overtime one day, and we after this, I'll stop with my stories. Hey, I'm working overtime with one of my young bulls. I don't know if this is first year on the job, second year on the job, whatever it is, man. But I'm giving him the game on how to, flow through shit, make this shit easy for him, right? So we get to one of our last parks. We get to one of our last parks that we gotta maintain, right? So I pulled a motherfucking truck out. I'm finna get ready to bust the bathrooms down. Some motherfucking a white boy on his motherfucking bike. He pull up, get up off his bike. This motherfucker pulls his straight shooter out, puts his motherfucking short in his motherfucking pipe, and just like how I'm finna light up this motherfucking medicine, he lit up that short, bro, and got on with his motherfucking day, dog. Man, I was so motherfucking mad, dog. Like, look, bro, you really just put that motherfucker in the air like it was a fucking cigarette, dog. 100, like it's nothing. You know what I mean? Part of life, in which I understand, yes, it's part of life, because everybody gonna find a way to relax. 100%.
He got on that bike and went 25 miles an hour.
That motherfucker was doing 125, bruh. Oh my mama. Cold world out here in California, bruh. Oh my mama.
In the
talk.
motherfucker.
So, you know, the drug, and then I was finna say the drug epidemic just has always been a cold thing, you know, ever since I known 100%. But just on the flip side about this motherfucker, we talking about him making it a weapon of mass destruction. That's why that orange-faced motherfucker got all the motherfucking battleships in the Caribbean. You know, he been knocking motherfuckers down for allegedly trying to bring shit in, you know what I mean, 100%, not pulling them over. So you already ready with beef with them motherfuckers 100%, because you got all the motherfucking fleet out there just ready for it 100%. Now you trying to get the shit on Congress and shit to be like, hey, weapon of mass destruction. Now we can put boots on the ground in that country, and then, you know, and hit the drop. There's some other shit going on. Oh my God.
Listen, the truth is out there.
Oh my God. Facts. Let me get caught up real fast. We got Marco in the motherfucking building from Z Future. Go ahead and read it, Lee.
Wishing you all a happy new year. Unfortunately, I can't stay. Have to interact in real life event and interact with the real people. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, big bruh. Good looking for pulling up, man. Tell everybody we said what's up, man, from over here from the States, man.
And we'll see you in the future.
Come on now, big bruh. Minnesota Den said TSA has said they are, yeah, we got to that one. My first year leaving Vegas, I got popped because of a candle in my bag. They opened my bag and smelled that. Finally, it's happening to me. Did they take that shit from you, big bro? Or they was like, man, just go ahead and keep pushing? Oh, here it go. They told me I could go outside, throw it away, and go through security again, or get it taken in the back, get it taken, and go to jail and miss my flight. Oh, they was tripping. Oh, world, man. I was coming off Vegas weekend. I said, let's go outside and throw this away. Cold world, bro. They did not want the that California going back to the beautiful state of Minnesota. Cold world. Oh my mama, having people in prison costs taxpayers money. Having legal weed makes tax money 100%, bro. But then on the flip side is that's why we got this private prison industry 100%, because in the state of California, you know what I mean, it's a whole bunch of them motherfuckers. And I got family members that's in them motherfuckers and motherfuckers that's COs 100%. Them motherfuckers ain't going nowhere. You know, you got the motherfuckers that do violent crimes and weird shit. Of course, they supposed to go sit down, but like you just said, you got a motherfucker that's sitting in there for some fucking treat. Go ahead, Lee. My
JD,
bad.
I remember leaving Massachusetts. Before I left Massachusetts, I moved, right? They said 40% of the prisons in Massachusetts were filled with people for marijuana possession. And the next year, they voted to have marijuana legal, and those fucking sales are not like they used to be. I know that. It was just for like a dime bag, or you know, it was crazy, 40%. And just like
motherfuckers. But see, that's just like the public school system. They get money for your kid being there. That's why they be tripping on the truancy.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? You got motherfuckers that's in the pen. They probably, what it costs for them annually, it probably costs about 80, 90, 100,000 to house each prisoner each year. So It's a fucking industry. 100%. It's a business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
100%.
It's like cops meeting their quota. Well, I gotta nail this motherfucker.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. You'll see that on the first of the month, and at the end of the month when the motorcycle cop be out and that motherfucker just sitting in the cuts at that stop sign, waiting to see if you got your seatbelt on, if you got your phone on, if you do the Hollywood stop, all types of shit, bro. Oh my mama,
you ain't lying.
Whole world, bro.
You ain't lying.
Oh my mama, this shit crazy, bro. Having people in. Oh yeah, we got that one. We got Marco. Peacock said, "Happy New Year,
Man.
Marco." And Minnesota did said, "Ice." Don't. Hey, that shit had me crying, bro. I'm a YouTuber. I'm not Ice. Oh my mama, get your motherfucking ass out of here. She had me dying too, big bro. Oh my mama. We got Phil in the building. Top of the morning, big bro. Happy New Year, man. He said, "What's up? Enjoying this day off, being lazy as hell." That's what you're supposed to do. Kick your feet up, man. You done worked hard all motherfucking year, man.
Hey,
Enjoy
Phil,
your
just
fucking
want
day
to
off.
relax. Just join us later on tonight.
Oh my mama, we gonna double back for the Hurricanes and the Ohio Mistake Buckeyes 100% here in a couple hours. I gotta go do some last minute shopping for the meal that we cooking for New Year's. But yeah,
What are you
man, we
cooking
gonna
up?
Kick this bitch off in a few hours, man.
What are you
Talk to the people, Bogey. Let them know what's going on. Oh, my bad, Lee.
What are you cooking up for New Year's?
Oh, we doing a seafood boil.
Ooh, let's go.
Oh my mama.
Shit, man, you already know. Just we're gonna do a real bogey style tonight. Which
The bogey's gonna turn up.
Yeah, more than likely.
Come on now.
I might do that. I ain't gonna lie. Last year we did it on I didn't on purpose. I was like, well, of course I was keeping it lit. You know what I mean? Because that's just medicine. You know what I mean? But having some drinks. I think we might toast to the boogie tonight. You know what I mean?
For sure. I think I'm gonna have something in my cup. I'm gonna try and make sure I'm up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try and make sure I'm up past this New Year's. Just kicking back, relaxing, whatever's on TV or something. I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna try and make sure I stay up for the to bring the new year. And sometimes I'll be asleep. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm usually 99.
Wake up till next year. Wake up next year.
Come on now, facts.
That's kind of badass. Now that I think about it, it's like time traveling.
Come on now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll see y'all later on the stream. I'll probably toast with y'all for show.
Come on now, 100%.
Gotta do some cleaning because that's one thing too.
Yeah, I gotta bust some down my chores so I can just lock in right after that. Mom's pulling up. My daughter gonna pull up, so I'm just make sure once they come, they in there just watching the food. I'm back here doing my thing. I come and get my plate later. 100%.
Take it for someone. Take it for someone like me. I always remind everybody every year. You know what I mean? When that, just put some money in your pocket. You know what I mean? Put some money in your pocket. So when that ball drops and you enter that new year, it signifies you always gonna have some bread. You know what I mean?
Come on now.
Trust me. Been doing it my whole life. Need it.
Shit. Minnesota Den said Luigi gonna make an appearance. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, I definitely am.
Technically, I'm in the future too. Midnight is only 10 p.m. there. On my mama, them facts, man. We had an appearance from Marco too.
Marco, join us later on our stream.
Oh my mama, go ahead and take us home, Lee. Let us know what's going on, man.
I got the Chargers Power on Friday. Actually, no, later on, 6:30 Pacific time. So sorry, it's 8:30 Pacific your time. 6:30 Central Time. We have the Miami and the Ohio State mistakes, right? JD calls it. We have a watch party, so it should be fun. And then on Friday, I'll have the Chargers Power Hour, and and then we'll have our weekend. Hey, we'll probably have our usual
watch parties on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. Weekend watch parties.
It's going down. Watch party Saturdays and Sunday for show. Hey, look, we got one more bang. It's the fellas squad with the Hurricanes game tonight. Definitely tap in. And then for those that don't see us later on tonight, we'll see y'all next year. Let's fucking go 2026. Give me money.
Come on now. On my mama. We'll see y'all in the field, y'all.
Peace.
Gang.